Welcome, guys, to another episode of The Candy Show. I'm your host, Candy. We have some special guests in the building today. Welcome to 2025.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you are following, liking, subscribing, and sharing the official Instagram page on the Candy Talk Show Instagram, Candy Talk Show. And also make sure you are subscribe to Candy Productions 2, capital C, the number 2, and that is the YouTube page, because that's where this interview and all your previous interviews and all your new interviews are going to be. But guys, let's get right on into it. I have special guests in the building. First of all, let's welcome number one, Miss Ejene. But let me tell you a little bit about Ejene. Ejene is an award-winning, self-published, best-selling author and radio host. Welcome, Miss Ejene.
Hello, everyone. I like how KJ did that right there. You know, he did a little trick right there.
Hello, guess what? Second time is better, isn't it? And you guys know, right?
It's very beautiful. It's beautiful.
All right, Miss Ejene, you have some guests here. Please invite them and introduce them and tell everyone who they are.
Absolutely. So I have none other than, I don't know how you see it, but right up under me is the one, the only. She is my actress, my leading lady. She started in What Death Do We Part 1, and she came back as an OG as she is and did number 2, baby. What you talking about? She is an actress, a dancer, a singer, and she is an all-around entrepreneur. That's my girl, my woman, my leading lady in both my movies. Sade Way, baby. Give it up.
Hey, I love the introduction. I can get used to this.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get used to this. Thank you.
Wait to the premiere nights. Wait to the premiere nights, though. That team finna show out for y'all. You don't even know. And down to the bottom, to the left, you already know I got some of my suits about OU. I owe you. Is the one, the only, the singer, songwriter, the actor, okay, on his debut on the big screen in What Death Do We Part 2, the one, the only, KJ, better known as Dawn. Hey.
Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Well, that was a dope introduction. Now, listen, I don't have anything else to say.
These my people. I love them.
Well, Ejene, tell us what we're here for. As I know you have something that's coming out and you want everybody to see. Let's talk about What Death Do We Part
2, because it's a part 1. Yeah. So May the 9th, 10th, and 11th, Mother Day weekend of 2025 in May, we're going to do a 3-city premiere tour. So May the 9th, it will start right here in Columbus, Georgia, 7 p.m. Saturday, we'll be in Atlanta, Georgia, probably 2 or 3 o'clock. Do a little day party type thing. You know how we do it in the A. And then on Sunday, I'm going to take it back to the home, back to my roots, to Demopolis, Alabama. We're going to probably do about 2 or 3 because everybody got to go to church first, okay? Yeah. And then we're going to celebrate at the movie theater, the one that I used to go and see movies when I was a little kid growing up. Now I get to see my movie on that screen. So it all came full circle.
Now, for those who don't know, I met Ejene in 2019. She was on the red carpet doing her thing, interviewing the guests. She also came on the Candy Show too, and just allowed me to interview her as well. Yes. But I have not seen you or spoke to you since then. So tell everyone what you've been doing since then.
Woo, child, busy. So, since then in 19, I was advocating big time, really hard, in 19, because Mackenzie had just committed suicide that December of 18. And I know that, anybody that knows me, before we finish talking, you're going to know, about Mackenzie of some sort. And of course I wrote books. I'm 6-time self-published author, so my 7th book is going to come out the night of all 3 of the premieres, so it's just going to be a lot going on. Yes, and book number 7 is crazier than what the movie you about. Baby, listen, it's going to be But everything that I do is the vision is to always talk about bullying, to always keep Mackenzie's story alive so that bullying, people know about it. We done with aware. You done been aware. Let me tell you what it does to you, what it does to your family, what it does to you as a young person growing up, still having those same insecurities and still feeling like you're being bullied for the rest of your life. So we have to start a healing process. So that's what the Mackenzie Foundation is all about. And that's what we do. And we have a toy drive every year. And so we just focus on people getting into healing, getting into therapy, and even movie number one as well as movie number two focus a lot in therapy sessions.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's talk about the movie. First of all, let's go now. I know you breezed over some things before. And like I said, listen, I have the first book.
Yeah,
So I do
yeah,
know about that. But I'm not familiar with the second book, which is why you guys are here today.
yes. So book
You've been
one,
doing it.
when we shot book one, we actually had to shoot book one twice. So that's why it's called The Revenge, because the revenge was we getting revenge on everybody that try to stop us. We're gonna get revenge on everybody that try to leave us, and we still gonna do this. And that's exactly what we did. We did that. So now we were able to come back to the original script and go back to book number two, and it's part two. So we're back in line so that we can keep flowing, because that was a learning experience, not only for myself as a first time writer, director, and producer, but for my team. And then they all came back for the most part. It's two or three that didn't make it, and that's okay. Life happens. And it did. And it did for us as well. And we made a beautiful movie, and God made it so line up that everybody that I needed from movie one was available and ready to go for movie number two. So it was just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And movie number two, a little bit, you got to really go back and see movie one, because it's about a couple, a husband and wife, that's pastor and first lady over a church. Not your regular yada yada yada, baby, because we pull guns. If you ever follow me, we always gun ready, baby. We stay trigger happy. Anytime a gun will come out, a pocket, a purse, the wall, it's a gun back there somewhere right now. So we stay gun ready on set. So, the pastor had guns, his brother got guns, the first lady got guns. What are we saying? So check one out so y'all can come and check the rest of the gun scenes out on two.
Wow. Okay. So I know you have two cast members here today.
Yes.
And let's go with the Miss Lady here now, Sade.
Yes.
All right. So tell me a little bit about your role and your character.
I said, so the role I play lead Pam. And I would say that she is a woman who she just wants to be loved at the end of the day. And I think she just keeps running into the same type of guy, and she's just trying to get it right. So you'll see her journey in part one, What Death Do We Part, The Revenge, and also in part two, What Death Do We Part, you see her growth. Because Pam need therapy. I'm talking serious, serious therapy. So you see that play out in the first one, and then you also see it in the second part as well.
Okay.
Everybody need a little therapy. There's nothing wrong with it.
Everybody needs a little therapy. Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we have another guest here. Tell me a little bit about your character and your role.
I'm one of Pam's love interests, the flyest of them all, really. Obsessed with young, suave guy, really a mama's boy. But as I'm navigating through the story, and that was an interesting thing about playing the part, was really embodying that there's a little secret, a little secret dark side that you don't have to watch the movie to find out about this particular character.
Well, y'all not giving me too much today.
Oh no, man. We mean you got to come see the movie. We mean it. We mean all that. We done had meetings. We done had board meetings, executive meetings. We done had sit down and eat meetings. We had Thanksgiving dinner meeting. Like, yeah, Y'all got to come see us. You got to pull up on us for this.
I mean, that's basically what I'm gonna have to do because you're only just
Yeah.
giving me a little sip, you know? Okay, so I got some little fun questions. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Okay, okay. What is different this time around than the first time around? That was
Sade
the
can
most
start with it.
okay, and that was the most memorable. Ladies first.
Oh, I would say so. As Ejene said before, as Ejene was saying before, I was coming in for a reshoot. And when I auditioned for the part, I didn't know I was auditioning for lead. I just thought, oh, I'll be an extra and go on about my business. And when I got the part, my friend who told me about it was screaming. I'm like, girl, what's wrong with you? Stop screaming. It's okay. I'm just the extra. She's like, no, you're lead. I'm like, what? I said, we just got done doing a musical. Like, how am I learn my lines in 2 weeks? Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. So, I mean, everybody, it was like family. They were very humble, accepting, and I was just concerned about. I always want to do my best in anything I do. I always want to give 100%. But I want to say the difference would be is just learning more about who Pam really is. I got a little bit of who she was in the first one, but that's because I was just coming into the reshoot. I didn't get a chance to read the books. I didn't get a chance to really study her as much as I got a chance to do it now and then get to know her from doing the first one. So I would say that's like the biggest change in the things that I've learned from the first one to the second one.
Okay. Next.
I mean,
So,
I guess
yeah.
look me. But I will say that being a part of the second one and speaking with the cast members, they spoke highly of the experience from the first one. But then to experience the second one, it was even grander because the energy, the relationships, they were already formed, and then they were able to welcome someone like me who's new to the cast into just being a part of such an amazing experience. So I will say that the words were out between other cast members that the energy was just so high, and Ejene was really pushing us through something that was so magical. So I will say that.
Now,
And for me,
Asian for you to be wearing all of the hats, director, all of that.
yes, yes. And
Now
like
say that back again. Tell everybody what your titles were as far as your whole.
I'm writer, director, producer. I cast and coached and loved on and talked behind the scenes. And when I tell you this time, what I learned was that when I took everybody and told them to do something that's not in the script, to get that authentic reaction from those that were in the set, it was amazing. It was absolutely beautiful. So the film crew that was there, they was like, "You're not gonna cut. You just gonna let this go on." Yes, because I'm allowing them to get comfortable in what they're doing. Because when you allow people to find that character within them and birth it, and you see it birthed on film, it's like they got it. I love them. It was amazing. I learned that you have to be very organized because it from beginning to end, yeah, you got a script, but we practice before we start shooting. Um, we it was a lot of conversations outside of the main chat, and I keep everybody together because we are a family. And I wanted everyone to be able to be comfortable before we got on set, so it won't be kind of like, who is that? Oh my God, what that is. I want you to know up front, we all crazy. We crazy. When I tell you, you can see a mouse go across the floor, and instead of you be like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed, they be like, I know. Well, who got the gun? Again, we trigger happy. They ready to shoot the damn rat. Why is y'all shooting in the house? But Pam shoots up houses all the time, so that's just right into what we do, you know. So it was amazing that the original cast came back. Because when I tell you, if the original cast did not come back, moving them to be retarded as hell. You'll be like, what? What is she talking about? But because they already knew movie one, they were able to add that into movie two and make reference to certain things that you're like, well, what are they talking about? And then everybody, every single person would say, you got to go see movie number one to understand what we just said. So they don't even understand how much I love them. And the movie is done. We are going through scoring and editing right now. This film crew is off the chain. Like, I love these guys. At this point, I see why Tyler Perry and David E. Talbot, they kept the same people, because when you get the type of individuals that came, that God sat in my lap, the way he did, you don't let them go. They're going to put on wigs. They're going to put on heavy makeup. You're not going to know who they are on screen, but they're going to be the same people, because they're not going nowhere. They're not going nowhere. They're not going nowhere. They're not going nowhere. Yeah.
Now you say you started writing these books 2020.
Yes.
What's the prerequisite to that? Why? Like, what made you start writing the books? Did you go to school for this?
None of it. In fact, I have an MBA. I have a master's degree in business administration, international business as my concentration, as my highest degree. One of my friends that was with me in the industry well over 15 years, he passed during COVID. But one thing he said to me before he got sick and just, it's like he just disappeared. And I was like, well, where he went? He was like, oh, we cremated him, but I ain't never seen the body. So wait, he ain't dead, you know. So y'all understand when we get to the supernatural part how I just think that crazy stuff. But he was like, you know, you need to turn these books into movies. I was like, oh, absolutely not. And then he died, and I was like, well, I guess I got to do it in his name and stuff like that. So all right, cool. So he said it, and then of course I was around filmmakers, like in the industry. If you sing, you know a photographer. If you know a photographer, you know a videographer. If you know a videographer, you know if the circle just keeps going, you know somebody. And so I started asking questions. I was like, well, how do you do that? And they was like, oh, you got to be organized. Right. How? Like, how do you be organized? Like, what does that mean? And they was like, well, you got books, so you got to turn your book into a script. And I was like, right. How you do that? So my writing coach actually knew how to do it. And I was like, girl, let's do it. I don't write like that no more. Because writing a book versus writing a script, the book can be vague. You can just talk about stuff. But in a script, you have to know locations. I didn't have names for these people. All these names other than Pam, like KJ name, I made that up. But that ain't in the book because he didn't have a name. Nobody had a name but Pam. Even her husband didn't even have a name. I mean, but the way I write now for the books, I write so that it can be an easy transition to script writing, knowing location, knowing how long they were there, knowing how many times we got to go to the same location, because location can get ridiculous coming from a book to a script, because you have to film in that location how many times. Is it in scene 1 or is it in scene 21? So how many scenes do we film here versus, so it can get out of control. So you have to be very, very organized, which is what my number one thing was told to me. My wisdom was be organized. After that, know everything, where everything needs to go. And then after that, you're not done. So now you have to have a set time frame. So we filmed for 3 days, and I had to have certain people here at this time frame. I had to have people over there at that time frame, and then my film crew and myself had to be able to move around. So all of you got to stay on task. Now we good for going off, but we good about doing what we need to do. Now that's one thing I love about these guys. When we sat, and they laugh at me all the time because I got a high pitched voice, so my cut, action, all that stuff is just loud. Sound like I'm a little Looney Tune kid and all that type of stuff. But it's okay. But when we cut and when we action and all that stuff, when we action, they're in it. When we cut, They playing. And that's okay, because we done took care of business. And that's what we came to do. And they do it well every time.
Well, I have to ask your stars in the movie.
Yes.
I have to ask this question. Did anybody have any acting experience before these roles? Miss Lady, please.
Yes. I've been acting, I want to say since I was 8. A triple threat. I dance, I sing, I songwrite. I've never done a movie before. Never. And I always wanted to see what that was about. I've done musicals, stage plays, things like that, performing arts school, some training on a Navy base. And I was just like, oh, I wonder what it would be like to be in a movie. So my first movie, you have to be teachable, especially if you've never done something before. And since it was my first time being in a movie, I'm so used to being live. And with live, if you mess up, it is what it is. You fall flat on your butt, that everybody gonna see it. But I like the fact that in the movie that is action and cut so many times, you don't have a choice but to memorize those lines. You don't have a choice but to get better and do your facial expressions a little differently, because it's not all of this. Like, you have to really dig deep into the character and become the character. And a lot of things that we did on set, especially with the first one, is we stayed in character the whole entire time. So I wasn't Sade on set. I was Pam.
Yes.
So I enjoyed that, and I'm glad everybody kind of just stuck to that, because that gets you ready for when it's action.
Right. Absolutely.
For myself, I have performed a lot as a youth. In high school and college, I was in a couple of plays as well. This particular role was a little bit out of the ordinary for me because I'm so used to playing like a disciplinary person or someone that's a little bit more firm. So, I remember my very first play, I was like a vice principal, doing corporal punishment type things. And so I will say that this provided me with a new experience. One, to be in the movie, because this is my first movie, and then two, to actually tap into my suaveness, my gentle side of being just chill and laid back and not so stern and firm. Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely not stern and firm. But for one thing, and you gotta come see what that was. He was firm with one thing. And I'm talking about real firm.
Well, May is not getting here too fast, I see. Well,
No.
Miss Ejene, now I know you had another guest that wasn't able to join us today, but so talk about the other characters and the other cast, so we can familiarize ourselves with them. I know you probably have a lot of them.
It's a lot of them. So who was trying to get on here? Her character is Clarissa. Clarissa comes from movie from part 1 to part 2. Clarissa is a part of a sister trio that do what sisters do. and that's whatever sisters do, which is number 1. She's her sister's keeper. So just know they stay trigger ready, okay? Know that. The next person, we have Pam's voiceover, which is played by Sharon Tuck. Crazy thing about these two, Sade and Sharon, is that they really do look alike, as if they could have been like sisters, like in real life. And for Sade to come in for reshoot to be Sharon's younger her, I was just like, I don't care if the girl can act or not. She got the part. She looked like her. Because when you came on camera before you even said, I was like, oh, she got it. Sharon, because I don't know if Sharon was with me. I don't know if we was, whatever it was. Sharon was there. And we looked at each other. I was like, no, she the one. Well, I don't know what she can do, but we're going to find out. But we need her face.
Was it just because I was
I need her face in the ceiling. And thank God she was a great actress. Bless the Lord for that one. She came as a total package, which just made things make sense. Because when you see Sharon in part one in her therapy, and then you see Sade, you're like, oh, okay, that I can see that. Absolutely. Yeah. So that worked out beautifully. Then we have Pastor Wesley, which is Pam's husband. He is a crooked. He is cheating. He is gonna come up missing. However, you gotta see the movie, see what we're talking about. Pastor Wesley does a great job. He boy, and then he has a brother. I don't think the brother got a name, but anyway, that's the brother. Pastor Wesley's brother, you know what I'm saying? It was, that's how it was wrote in the book. Whatever. Anyway, so Pastor Wesley and his brother, they do what brothers do. Be brothers keepers. So yeah. But the brother is not a pastor. The brother is more of a street guy, you know. He stay trigger ready as well, just like everybody else on set. And then we have Barbara. Barbara was in one, and she was the pastor's secretary, and she tells the pastor, hey, you need to calm down. And then she becomes friends with Pam, but that's in one, so you need to go check that out. And then we have a lot of other people I cannot think of right now.
My mom.
Oh, Don's mama. Don's mama in movie 2 is best friends with Pam. And so, yeah.
What did you say earlier? You just don't have to go to 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Go ahead, say that again.
Huh?
I said I told you, see, Pam is just trying to get her life together. That's why she's in therapy. So who also is in part 1, but also in part 2 is Matt. The character, his name is Avery, but Matt, you're welcome. You're welcome.
But again, we have to see 1 in order to understand what 2 is going to be about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where can we see 1?
Yes, you can. It is, the link is on our Facebook pages, on all of our posts. It's I don't know what the name of it is. It's called Ejene Stand Store or something like that. But you gotta hit the correct link or you don't get there. But it's on all of our posts that if you're following any of us, you will see the information within the post. And we will have it when we post this as well. So you go check out that first one, so you can come and see the second one, because not only to see the movie and what it all entails, but it's Mackenzie is in this movie. Again, this is about her. Mackenzie was in the last movie. And you're like, how you get a dead child in the movie? You got to see the movie to see how she got in there. You got to come see it.
Well, listen, now you guys have been such full of energy guests, and I appreciate you guys for coming on. Ejene, let everybody know. You just spoke about social media. I just asked about how can we check out 1. Give everyone the information in order to, number 1, follow you, to get your books, to look at your movies. Let everyone know that information.
All right. So I am Ejene Williams on Facebook. I am Ejene _1 on Instagram. I don't have anything else. That's all I got. I got YouTube, but child, don't go over there. Those are the 2 places you can find me. And you can find the movie on our post, on my post, on KJ post, on Sade post. When they tell you their social media, you can follow them as well, and you can see we all are in this thing together. Because again, I not only want Mackenzie's story to get out, but I want these guys to be seen and to be picked up by other shows and plays and movies and go on and get that great acting. Because when I call you back, I want you to be better than the last time I had you. Because Sade is better than the last time she was, and she was great then, and she got even greater. You know, so that's the whole expectation, is for you to take what we do and go and be better and come back and let's do it again and be even better. So yes, and all of my books are on Amazon. So just go on, like y'all on Amazon anyway. Go on and put your girl Ejene. It's Ejene. See it on the screen right there. That's me, baby. Yes, pick up them books, cause honey, it gets better with time. All right, let the team tell you where they can be found.
Okay, so I'm on Instagram at what am I? S Wade Beauty Model. I'm on TikTok, S Wade Beauty Model ATL, and then I'm on Facebook, S Wade Beauty Model, and then my personal page. I more so post a lot of the "What Death Do We Part" is Sade Wade, but my other page is mainly for modeling. So I'm gonna do some switching around, but as of now, that's all the platforms I'm on. So follow me, share, like all of that good stuff, please. Because I've been
Yes.
hacked a couple times and I need to get my following back up. I had a huge
That's it.
following. Somebody has hacked every single thing I've had. I don't know who out to get me, but you better stop because I'm gonna keep coming
That's
back.
exactly. We trigger ready, baby. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I
On
got you,
that
little
move.
mama.
All right. For myself, I am Key J Harris on Facebook, Instagram. I am Key J ____. Of course, I am an artist. You can find me on Apple Music at Key J. Also on YouTube at Key J. I have 2 singles out. And going to release another one in February 14th, Valentine's Day. So stay tuned for that as well. And TikTok, Key J ____. So check me out, like, follow, subscribe. If you would like do. Let's get connected and stay tuned.
How many underscores? 3?
Three underscores. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure because I was like, man, hell, I done lost the underscore. Well, how many is it? You know how I
Underscores.
So I have
am.
one
Look,
other
all they gotta
question.
do is play it back, play it back, play it back.
One other question, real quick, Miss Ejene.
Yes, ma'am.
The title. Tell me what's the history, the story behind the title of the book.
Of what that's
The
doing part?
movie.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So,
How did
it's
you?
when you go to get married and it says, whatever until death do us part, and it's called Until Death, which is a movie on Tubi. That is not mine. Mine is What Death. So in movie one, you can go through, even in book 1 and 2, you can see how many different times the character Pam has to die. Her flesh has to die to the disrespect, to the things that are going on around her. So how many things have to happen before your marriage is over? So it's what death do we part, not until death, but how many things are you gonna carry, you're gonna take, you're gonna accept, you're gonna go through until you like, I'm done. So what death? What death was the one that, what they say, broke the camel's back? Like, I got all this weight on me, but that one thing, what was that one thing that was put on you that you was like, I'm done. That's a wrap. Yeah, see you in the revenge. I'm good. So that's where the title, What Death Do We Part,
I love it.
comes from.
I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being on the Candy Show today. I appreciate you coming on. I'm definitely going to check out one so I can understand what two is gonna be about. Because I know I'm gonna be like, oh, I can't wait till two comes. Yeah.
Yes.
You need any
Appreciate
extras?
it. Thank
I
you
know
for
you said you're
having us.
done. And oh, yeah, you're more than welcome. Do you need any extras? You sure you don't need any extras and throw in an extra little couple of scenes in there?
I always need extras, but I have to use who come to set, and that's who be our extras, right? Because and these are things we didn't really get to because they didn't come on here. But like Mac and even Sharon, they are some stunt doubles. Like, they have played people that they weren't, and then they played other characters that. So yeah, like Mac, he got a whole thing where he can make him feel good. We're gonna do a whole show. It's like, listen to me.
Well, listen, we're gonna have to
We
get
got some
y'all there.
characters on this set. I'm telling you, and they are all just so talented, and I love it. So y'all gotta check it out because we got something for you in the first one. We got even more something for you in this second one.
Yeah.
And just when you thought I couldn't get no crazier, wait till movie 3 come out. Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
see, how do you have time? Listen, I know you have to get out of here because you have some food on the stove.
I do.
So guys, thank you so much once again for attending the Candy Show. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
for
for your
having
time
me.
today. You're so
Thank
welcome.
you.
You are so welcome. Guys, once again, make sure you are following, you are subscribed to the official sub- subscription. You know, that's the YouTube subscription. I think you see down at the bottom. Candy Show. Candy Talk Show. Listen, you can find that on Instagram. Candy Talk Show. And also on the YouTube page. And that is the capital C, the number 2, Candy Productions 2. Now listen. You guys, make sure you like, subscribe, you follow everybody on here, and make sure you're staying tuned. All right, stay tuned, locked in, because you know I don't even know what's coming up, and so I know you don't either. But you gotta stay tuned. All right,
Got it.
guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.